this is Maggie with Music Mastery, and today I'm going to play through the timpani part of Dark Ride by Randall Standridge. After I play through it, I'm going to give a tutorial on how you can master this part and absolutely nail your next rehearsal. Let's get going. Second ending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, ready, and. I hope that performance was helpful. Now, I'm going to go through the piece phrase by phrase and provide some tips, tricks, and breakdowns to make sure you know how to practice every single element that you need to master this piece. If there's a technique that you have questions about or I didn't cover in this video, be sure to consult our fundamentals series in our lesson library at MusicMastery.band. Let's get into it. So, first of all, the piece is a little bit fast and there's a lot of rolls. So I would choose a 16th note roll bass, so it will blend the best. Because triplet roll bass at 160 sounds a little too rhythmic. But if I play 16th note rolls, it sounds a little bit more blended. So at any rolls, I would play a 16th note bass for your hand speed. For all the stickings, from measure 11 to measure 19, it's pretty self-explanatory. I would lead with the right hand and play right, right, left. Release that roll on 1, dampen on 2, and then get ready for 3, 4, 1, dampen on 2. There's a lot of quarter rests following quarter notes in this piece, and to me, that means dampen on the next beat. You don't need to dampen incredibly aggressively like this, but just a nice dampen to make sure the note length is clear, like this. 4, 1, 4. Just make sure the note is heard and it doesn't ring over. So, at measure 19, we have a first ending and a second ending. So we have a whole note, and then we have 2 bars of rest, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I would dampen that whole note and your next 2 measure rest. So let's try measure 22 to 23. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and I would dampen that A when you play that D. So it goes like this, play. Practice that. Play, dampen. Play, dampen. That's a really good technique to practice for this piece. Is play and then dampen on the next note. So after that, we have a repeat. Then we go to measure 28, where we have 6 measures of rest, and then we have some forte accents. This is accented forte, so I would play much more staccato. Before this, especially on those big 4-1s, I've been playing all legato. But now that the accents are in and we're playing forte, I'm playing into the drum head with a quick motion of my wrist. I'm using medium balance for this piece, so I can cover all the rolls and techniques used. So change your stroke type instead of your balance first. So here's measure 34. And that sticking is self-explanatory. Right, right, left, right, alternating D. So we pick it up in measure 36, where we finally get to start using our 32 and our 23. So at 36, we have that D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have half note, left, and then right, left, D, 2, 3, A, D, 2, 3, 4, E, A, right, left. So, between measure 36 and 44, there are no rests whatsoever, which means there shouldn't really be any dampening. Let all those notes ring, don't worry about dampening, one less thing to worry about. Let's talk about measure 43. So, we have right, right, 4 and 1. So we have A, D, 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 A. There are two possible stickings to do for this, and I think either is acceptable. So, you could do this sticking, which is what I did in my video, it features a crossover. So I went right, left, cross to the A. So one more time, here's that a little bit slower. That's a crossover technique. It's a little bit of an advanced technique, but it does look pretty cool. So what you do is you cross your right arm over your left, drop your left wrist just a little bit, and play that A with your right hand. That's one possible way. If you're not as comfortable with crossovers or you're newer to them, there's also a perfectly acceptable sticking, which is right, left, right, left. So here's that. One more time, a little bit slower. Either of those stickings is acceptable. It is whatever you are most comfortable with. If you want to cross over, go for it. It's a cool technique, and it's something you will use a lot more in the future. If you're not comfortable crossing over, it is perfectly acceptable to play it left, right with the release on the left. But if you're going to cross over, make sure you practice it a little bit more. Let's move on. We go to measure 45. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and E, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and A, 2. Pretty self-explanatory. Then if we look at measure 48, we have a cello and a forte piano. So we have forte, too loud, too fast. So here is measures 48, 49, 50, 51 with the cello and those dynamics. One more time. So for measure 51, there's a roll. We have roll, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. And we have E on the 23, the beat before that measure. So let's talk sticking. In measure 50, we have A, E, A, E. There's two different stickings you can do. Here's one, A, E, roll off the left, para, left, D. Paradiddle on beat 3 and 4, and then D. So here's that in slow motion. You can also play off the right. Just alternate. The only thing to be concerned about there is this big jump. Make sure you're practicing that jump and getting good playing zones. So let's try that actually. We're going to go E, A with just the right hand. Now let's add a roll. We'll try. Ready? 4, 1. Two methods for that. We could go A, E, left, paradiddle, D. One more time without me playing. A, E, left, paradiddle, D. Or we can just go left, right, alternating D. Whatever's comfortable for you. Either of those are the acceptable options. Let's finish it out. From 52 to the end, we also don't have too many rests. We just have nice big legato notes for 52, 53. On the 23, and 55 we have on the 32. So here's how I would do that. I would go all right hand. And then, so I would go right, left. D. Otherwise, if you don't play all those quarter notes with one hand, you're gonna be doing something like this, which is a really big and awkward jump, as opposed to this. So I would recommend playing the repeated E's and the repeated G's with quarter notes with the same hand. So one more time, a little bit slower. Here's what that sticking looks like from 54 to 56. And then we go 56, 57. We have D, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. So from 57, we should have D, and then I would play left, right, roll off the left. Dampen 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, release. So from 58 to the end, I'm going to play through that. We got. This, as opposed to dampening it too quickly like this. I'm going to let that note ring and resonate like you're playing a nice resonant chord with the wind band. 1, 2, 3. And with the ending, that's about it. I really hope this video was helpful to you. If you're enjoying these videos, please encourage other members in your section and your band to check out MusicMastery.band so that every single person you're performing with can master their parts before your next rehearsal. Remember, you get up to 3 whole requests a month, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you put out and how much better you get at your music. Thanks, and happy practicing.